Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. As you can see, we are back in American Truck Simulator, and today we are going to be doing the Hauling Spuds World of Trucks event. Obviously, I'm already loaded up, ready to go. Let's jump in the truck and get started with our driving. So, here we are, finally back in American Truck Simulator. I am super excited to be playing again. Last time, the last few times I've played, it's been multiplayer, which is a ton of fun, but of course it's still nice to do some single player driving every once in a while and get some World of Trucks events done when they've got some World of Trucks events going on. So I also am using my facecam for the first time while recording some American Truck Simulator, so hope you guys enjoy that. Figured it makes it a little bit more personable. Also, I feel like that's one of my favorite things about some of the other YouTubers that I watch is when they use their face cam. It makes it feel like kind of more like I'm there with them, actually hanging out, like watching them play the game or playing the game with them, than just like watching, a recording of something, So hope you guys enjoy that. I certainly would appreciate some feedback on, maybe if you want the size of the face cam to be smaller, bigger, if you think maybe a different angle would be better, I don't know. But either way, some feedback would be great. Yeah, I think, I don't know exactly what I think we're starting in Nampa, and we're going to Twin Falls, I believe. I didn't actually double check before I started this delivery, but I mean, either way, we're just going to drive and it'll get delivered when it gets delivered. Some STS news. As with all my American Truck Simulator videos, I like to kind of discuss some of the recent things that have happened with STS's announcements since the last time I played, and I mean, there's been quite a few. I know that they've posted, so obviously there's this World of Trucks event that is going on now, that involves hauling potatoes, one of which is this gigantic potato, the world's largest potato. And they got a paint job for the T680 to go along with it, which I am obviously using. But they also have done a lot of teasers for Wyoming, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably in the same boat I am, which is that it's a little shocking, not concerning per se, but a little shocking that Wyoming hasn't come out yet. At the time that I'm recording this, it is now August. And normally by like June they're releasing a DLC, at least with the last couple years, now that they've got a bigger team and have upped production. But it's now August and we still don't have anything, so that's certainly a little odd. However, I get it. COVID definitely, I think, affected their production a little bit, and also I do think that they were most focused on getting multiplayer to work and getting it to work properly, more so than they were on getting the next DLC out, which I'm totally okay with. I'm loving the multiplayer. I don't need another state DLC in order to enjoy the game right now. Right now, multiplayer is really doing it for me. I am absolutely loving being able to play with my friends finally. And it's great. It's well worth having to wait who knows how long for the next DLC. And I think it also is partly the fact that they've begun working so hard on Texas. I feel like we're going to get Wyoming and then very shortly after get Texas. I could be totally wrong. Again, this is just my assumptions, but I kind of feel like maybe that's what's going on. And again, even if it's not, SCS does such quality work that it's worth the wait, however long it is. So, that's kind of the bad news, quote unquote, of what we've got going on, is that Wyoming is not out yet and it is now August. But the good news is that they have started to post teasers post teasers for Wyoming that clearly are using whatever the next game version is. And the reason I say this is because in one of the pictures there was a cattle trailer. So that is awesome. We are finally getting an SCS cattle trailer, it would appear. I'm super excited for that. Obviously there's some really great mods out there. I know Bart makes one that is, I think, $18, or maybe he upped the price on them now. I don't entirely remember, but either way, there's mods out there that are fantastic for cattle trailers. However, as I've said before on the channel, it is always nice when SCS bumps something in, because then that's one less mod you need. Or, you know, when you're playing on the vanilla game, like I do sometimes, and like I am right now with when I'm playing multiplayer, you know, I'm playing on the base game, so it's nice that now when I do have to play on the base game for, you know, beta testing or whatever, that cattle trailer will be there, and I don't have to worry about the fact that my mod isn't there anymore for it, or, you know, whatever the case. So I am super excited for the cattle trailer to be in the game. It's something I've been wanting for a long time, and I know a lot of other people have been wanting for a long time. At one point, I was worried that SCS wasn't even going to include it, because I know that they brought it up at one point in a stream, probably like 3 years ago now, two or 3 years ago, that they were worried that it would be considered something political, and that people would get angry about it, just because of the fact that, like, nowadays people are getting more serious about not eating meat, and saying that, you know, this cattle hauling and pig hauling and stuff like that is inhumane. And I'm gonna be honest, believe what you want, think what you want, you know, I'm not going to share my opinions on it, but what I do know is that the reality is a lot of truckers haul cattle, and a lot of them haul pigs and whatnot, so having a cattle trailer in the game is going to be nice, because it's realistic, and when it comes down to it, simulators should be as realistic as possible. So again, it adds another element of realism, and I certainly appreciate that. Another thing that I noticed with the teasers is that there's two, not new trailers, but like new liveries for the box trailers. I think one was Goliath, and I can't think right now off the top of my head of what the other one was. It was like, it sounded like a trucking company name, basically. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe in this next update they're going to introduce like trucking companies. That may be a complete stretch. I may be completely wrong. It may just be like two new companies for you to deliver to. I mean, you know, if you look at, okay, I'm on a modded profile right now, so I can't really show you, but if you look at trucks in non-modded profiles, you'll see that there's like 42 print on the side of some of the trucks, and other in-game companies like NA, MIQ, stuff like that. So maybe it's just, you know, there's 2 more prefabs coming, and they're going to have AI vehicles to go along with it. But I am kind of hopeful that maybe it's trucking companies, because that would be super cool. Maybe add an element, like maybe you could get hired by those companies, or you could work for those companies, like as instead of quick jobs, maybe it'll be like company jobs, you know, and you'll get like a truck that goes for the company and the trailer that goes for the company. That would be pretty cool, and I'm sure that they could do a lot with an idea like that. But again, we'll just have to wait and see until the next version, when the next version comes out. Which, as usual, I will do my best to try and record as soon as the open beta comes out. I usually try and jump on it and record right away. So if that's something that you're looking forward to, definitely make sure to subscribe, and I look forward to recording that video when the time comes. I think that pretty much was all I had to talk about today, as far as things I wanted to cover for sure. But I mean, doesn't mean we're going to stop enjoying this drive. I think I've still got a decent ways to go. And man, I started the drive right at sunset, and right at sunset, at sunrise, and man, the sunrise is looking beautiful. As you may have seen on my channel, I got a new PC, and I'm able to run everything on the max settings, and it is incredible. I am loving it. It's a whole new game. Oh man, I forgot to turn off my FPS counter again. Oh well, it's tiny. It's in the bottom left corner, but I keep meaning to turn that off, and I keep forgetting. But yeah, I am absolutely loving this new PC, and how just, what's the word I'm looking for? How, like, inclusive it makes the game feel. That's not the word I'm looking for. I know there's a word I'm looking for, and it's right on the tip of my tongue, but I'm trying to keep talking, so I don't want to like sit here and just, you know. So but yeah, it makes it feel more enjoyable for sure. I am loving it, and hopefully it's more enjoyable to watch as well. I'm able to record in 60 FPS now. I think before, even on lower settings, OBS was only recording at like 30 FPS. So super sweet. Hopefully it looks a lot smoother for you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm gonna, after I merge here, I'm gonna jump out real quick into the pause menu, grab a quick screenshot while I'm going across this bridge, and I will join back up with you guys once I have done that. Alright, I have grabbed my screenshot and we are back in. Man, the view from up here is beautiful, and I just want to say, I might have mentioned this on the channel before, I don't remember, or maybe I was just playing with friends and mentioned it, but while I was crossing this bridge in the game for the first time, I was like, wow, this place looks really familiar. And I have been to Idaho. I went with my family when I was younger, but I didn't remember where we had been to. I didn't remember what cities we had visited. And so I was like, this place looks so familiar, almost like I've been here before, you know? Like thinking I had been there before in the game, like it wasn't actually my first time driving it. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, I was like, wait a minute, I think I've been here in real life. So I texted my parents and asked, I was like, hey, when we went on our trip to Idaho when I was younger, did we go through Twin Falls and like stand on a bridge and watch people like paraglide from it and stuff? And my mom was like, yeah, why? And that was just so crazy to me. I was like, oh, I just drove it in American Truck Simulator, and like immediately I recognized it. So that just is one of many reasons that I think SCS is incredible, is because they can get their map and like certain areas of their map to look so realistic that it literally triggered like a memory in my brain to remember that like I had been there before. That was just mind-blowing to me. That was the first time that happened in game, where I was like, yeah, like I drive, Oregon is in the game, and like obviously like I recognize a bunch of places there, but like I see those every day. This was the first time where it happened where I was like, it triggered a memory in my brain of a place that I had been when I was young. I mean, I think we went on that road trip when I was in, gosh, I don't even remember. It was probably like 3rd or 4th grade. I mean, it was a long time ago, and my memory is not the greatest. So the fact that I remember that and recognized it just from seeing it in the game really definitely goes to show just how great of a job SCS does with making the like viewpoint areas true to life. I mean, that is absolutely incredible to see a place in a video game and be like, yeah, I've been there. That is just so cool to me, and I think that's a great note to end off on. So real quick here, I'm gonna try and get backed in. I've been practicing with backing in without going into the exterior view. I know that some of my friends were bothered that I was always going into the exterior view, and I said that, you know, it stressed me out trying to back in from the interior view, and that was why I didn't do it. But you know, when it gets down to it, once you get used to it, it's fun. So I've started doing it, and honestly, it's not as bad as I used to think. Obviously, this is a terrible example. I am off to a horrible start with this reverse here. So let me pull forward a little bit more and then try again. But yeah, I am actually kind of enjoying backing in from the interior view. I'm obviously still not good at it, as you can see by how that started, but I'm having fun. Obviously, there's certain times where I'll admit that I give up. I try and back in from the interior view, and I'm like, this sucks, I'm not doing it. And so I back in from the interior view like I used to. But for the most part, I've been sticking with backing in from the interior view, and I'm actually enjoying it. So that's what we're doing here now. And once I do get backed in all the way, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright, now the only problem with backing in from the interior view and having this mod active that I have, having this mod active is that I can't actually see when the things are green, which they are now. So, Oh, I didn't need to turn my truck off. I'm that's the one thing about doing the external market. I mean, the external cargo things. No, I don't know what it's called. Why am I not thinking of what it's called right now? But anyways, that's the only thing about doing the external stuff where you pick up a trailer that's not known to trailer, is that I always turn off the truck because that's what I'm used to, and then I realized that I didn't have to. I could have just detached the trailer. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.